This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Makina Labs from Ramen Toy Mobula sports car assault plane with action figure and power helmet. This is of course based on the Manta from the M.A.S.K cartoon, and it comes with the Violet Widow action figure and power helmet based on Vanessa Williams. I believe her name was Williams. So the front of the box is some nice artwork here with the figure pictured as the figure, but you do see her in the car too. On the top, we see it's got 3 firing missiles, a rocket seat, and detachable blades. On the side, we just see the Ramen Toy logo and the Makina Labs logo and all that fun stuff. And the Manta logo specifically, or Mobula. And then the other side here shows that it's got 3 nitronium boosters. The bottom of the box gives us more stuff. Articulated headlights, wing extensions, and articulated figure. Bonus mini comic included. And finally, when we get to the back, we see some actual product shots here of the vehicle. Pop-up stabilizers, neutronium boosters, realistic cockpit, removable windows, and deployable jet seats. Do both of them do that then? Pop-up rocket launchers with missiles, with 3 Trident missiles specifically. Front and rear flip-out wing extensions with blasters. Violet Widow and Venom's Eagle Plague M.A.S.K. Risk it all to take on the world and destroy Mads Hawking and the Makina squad. Yeah, I mean, this thing already looks a lot better than the original toy. Yeah, that's a real exciting shot right there, isn't it? We've got that little inside thing, which I've been using as the background for these videos. The vehicle comes in a plastic container. Let's see, we got the little mobile. You know what? I have no idea how to pronounce that word that they're using. And once again, this is one of those figures like with our shark or great white vehicle, where you actually have to pull her head out to put the mask on. So we got our instruction booklet here. Feels like it should open up even further. So we got the figure, change that, and just kind of show us what all the things do. Both of the seats do seem to pop out, so that's interesting. I didn't expect both of them to. Okay. So here are pop-up saw blades. Spin around. Spin. I don't remember in the original show if it was a T-top or not. Because the toy is, or the original toy is. Let's see. All right, that switch opens up that, so our little missiles can go in there. Oh, shoot. Wait, no, there we go. Huh. Only the center one goes all the way down, it looks like. Oh, they should go all the way down. Wow. I got 2 of them in place. There we go. I wonder then, will it launch? Nope. I wonder how you get do the missiles launch at all? Press down on hood button. Okay, on hood button to fire the missiles. Huh. Open. Okay. So my missile launcher doesn't work, apparently. Okay, so unfortunately, right off the bat, this thing isn't working right. This is the button you're supposed to push to get those to come out, and they don't. Now it says it has articulated headlights, which I guess is a manual thing here. So you can open and close those like that. But yeah, we can't get the missiles to launch. That's not good. I'll have to try contacting Ramen Toy about that. So we've got this right now in its vehicle mode. Oh yeah, we can hook the blades up on the bottom here. Although I don't like... You see how it's got the grooves there? So it like pushes in. In order to set them. Oh shit, and the seat just fell out. Good Lord. Okay, so that puts the little spinning blades at the front. Of course, nothing causes them to spin while you're moving it. It's kind of too bad they couldn't have come up with some way to do that, but let me just take those off. So just to do a quick comparison here, we do have the original Manta from M.A.S.K. Right off the bat, you can tell that this car is bigger. And while they do have the same basic shape, like I said, she's got the actual T-top here, which I think is... I thought it was like that in the cartoon. And then, of course, the hidden back area where there's all clear back there. That's the basic look in its inactive mode, or its regular mode. Then, to go ahead and take a look at the figures real quick, we have the original Vanessa figure, and we have our Violet figure. Now, I'll take her mask off. As you can see, Violet here is far more detailed than Vanessa was. Her belt's even a separate piece, by the way. So it's hard. You can't really fault Ramen Toys for their little figures here. And of course, you know, standard 5-point articulation here. Well, she's got a ball joint for her head. The arms can move up and down and spin. Close. Peg. There is a waist swivel, which is surprisingly missing from the new M.A.S.K. toys. I'm not too thrilled with the hands being held out that way, but that's how they did it back then too. And we can build at the... We can kind of get that much of a kick out at the crotch area, or the hips. And we can kick forward, and we can kick back a little bit. We got a single joint at the knee, and it can spin. No ankle articulation. Then the two masks. You can definitely see the resemblance between the two. This one's a little bit smaller. Honestly, this one does not look like it would actually fit her head. But then we can pop her head off here. Put her mask in place. And then, of course, her mask was actually designed to fit over her head, whereupon this one replaces the head. So I'll give them more up on this one for that, but, you know, it still looks really cool like this. I will be, in all likelihood, displaying her with her regular head, not the mask. That being said, we've already tried the missiles, and that didn't work. We've done the headlights. We can flip out these wings here, or the front wheels, and the wings pop out. And they should lock into place. Oh man, come on, Ramen Toys. Yeah, whatever is supposed to be holding that into place is not working well on this one. By the way, if you look at the wheels here, there's actually rubber on both sides. So you got the main wheel here and two rubber bits there. But yeah, our that wing's working fine. But the other one is not. It's not staying in place very well. If you shake it a little bit, it goes batty. We can open up the car door. We got the little elastic seat belts here. The steering wheel does not move. Neither does the little stick inside there. Now, basically, you have to push that out to get the seats to pop out. And like the front tail fin, those are not staying out the way they should. Now, at least not on that one. Let's check the other one here. So this seems to be a reoccurring problem, which I guess makes sense because both these seats are pretty much identical. Unless it's two of the wrong seat, mind you. No. You can see the difference on the bottoms, so... Because you know what? In the one image, it did show... Oh, God. It showed the, showed like a handle on one of the seats, or a control stick. Which obviously did not make it into the final production run. Maybe I have that on the wrong side? Let me see. Okay, yeah. You definitely have to have these in. This is not swappable on the sides here. You have to have them specifically on each side. Now, let's go ahead and flip out the back wings here. Like so. Oh, and then we press that to open up the back there. But we'll pull these wings out. These ones do, in fact, stay in place like they're supposed to. There's our thrusters that popped out. And then you guys can kind of see that. Oh, my goodness. Hold on, let me close the doors. Oh, okay. So you basically need to push that little knobby thing to get the tail wings in place to come out. I am super disappointed that that button does not work. This is an expensive item, so for that to not work properly is extremely disappointing. Oh, Jesus. You guys see that? The window's all scratched up too right there. You guys, I don't know if you guys can, I'm not sure if this is catching on there. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it there. But yeah, there's scratch marks on the window. I'm trying to rub the inside to see if that's where it is and if it'll come off, but it does not appear to be coming off, so that's a bit of a disappointment. And in doing so, we just knocked both of the seats back out. So obviously, the figure is not going to go out with the seats, by the way. Even though theoretically that's what they should do. Also, let's pull the seat back out again. Oh, okay. There's that little handle that I was talking about earlier. So, we've got the little elastic belt here. But there's nothing to pop it out with. So I'm not really entirely sure. God damn. They probably should have put something in there to hold the seats, so you'd have to press a button to get the seats out. Because they just keep on popping out. So we can put her in here. So she kind of looks like she's driving. No, shit. Her foot's in the way of the door. Okay. So once again... Oh, it actually stayed out that time. Okay, because that's the one that's up. God damn it. Now, generally speaking, I am a big fan of ramen toys. I mean, you guys have seen the amount of shit I've bought from them. So having these problems on this one is super disappointing. So as, again, to go do comparison here, this is what the original M.A.S.K toy looks like. Then in flight mode. So there's a, oh man, there's a big difference here. I think that has more to do with just movement. These are very not sturdy, I guess. I mean, it looks good. But yeah, so this is how it looks in vehicle mode for both of them. From the side. I actually probably should put them up like this. Or maybe we'll put this back up here. And then I can hold this one above it. So now it's almost the same length. Technically speaking, though, one of the big differences here is that the ejector seat on this one, actually will hold the figure when it pops out. And obviously, once again, looking at that vehicle there, that is not going to happen. But while we're doing that, let's go ahead and take a look at the mini comic here. Makina Labs featuring Violet Widow. I have been taking pop shots at this town for 20 minutes, and all I have is the attention of some local cops. Patience, Violet. Makina will be there soon enough. Max Devious himself. In the Air Tonight. Written and illustrated by M.A.S.K. Artwork. Well, well, well. Looks like you're right again, Devious. Here, I thought it was being stood up and he was just fashionably late. Let's get this party started. Mobula in my sight, but too risky to fire. Gotta draw it away from the city. Where do you think you're going? Playing hard to get? Not so fast. If I dodge these blasts and hit the brakes, I can return the favor. Nice flying. Is that any way to treat a girl? You want to have some fun? Let me show you my blades. Stop playing around, Violet. Just finish what we came here to do. Oh, Devious, you're no fun. Fine, I'll set the self-destruct timer, enter the autopilot route, yada yada yada. Get into position and... What are you up to now? Exit on my ejector seat. Now, if that pretty red gullwing keeps following my Mobula, I can sneak up from underneath and plant the tracker. By the time the gullwing realizes he's chasing a ghost, I'll be enjoying the nightlife this city has to offer. I will miss that Mobula, though. Miss Whittle, I can build a fleet of Mobias, but you, my dear, are one of a kind. Continued in the adventure of Makina Labs, only from Ramen Toy. And then the back's just the logo. So as far as this goes, I will say this. Ramen Toy really does knock it out of the park when it comes to the design of these vehicles for Makina. Like, this is pretty cartoon accurate. Like I said, I would need to double check the show, though, to see if the car in the show had the T-top or not. But as far as the engineering went on this one, not so good. Like, I don't know why that wing keeps on popping in. Obviously, it's supposed to be a friction joint, and however it's built on that one, and I don't know if this is an ongoing problem or if it is just my copy, but that wing shouldn't fall in like that. It should be staying out, because there is kind of like little clips you can hear, and that seems to be missing on that one. Also, the fact that the missiles do not launch out of this thing is extremely disappointing, and I will definitely have to contact Brahmin Toy about that. Maybe they'll, I doubt they'll send a replacement or a refund or anything. I actually have no idea what Ramen Toy will do with bad items, or if they have some kind of fix. The problem is that one wing joint keeps on popping in. It's loose, you know, when you move it and shake it a little bit, it just, the friction is not there, and neither is whatever tab is supposed to be inside there to help hold it in place. The figure is beautiful. The only thing that would make that figure better would have been if they had like fully painted the face out instead of just her hair and her lips, because she doesn't have any pupils. And honestly, I thought Mads Hawking had pupils, but I don't remember. Of course, I could be confusing that with the new figures from The Loyal Subject. But yeah, like I said, the design of this is just glorious. It is well designed, but the actual engineering itself does need some work. I know there's no better way for them to have done those blades either, because it'd be impossible really to be able to do both the transformation and have those blades either pop out or fold down. So I'm not going to complain about that. Just as an additional item, it's kind of nice to have. The mini comic story was fine. And to be honest, I mean, the shape of the figure looks good too. They're definitely doing a better job at Ramen Toys than Loyal Subjects are doing on their M.A.S.K figures. The other issue, I guess you could say I have with the engineering is those seats. Because you saw how often those seats popped out while I was messing with this. It's actually almost as bad as the Switchblade from Loyal Subjects with the wings. Almost, but not quite. And I'm not sure, I didn't even try to fit her under that seatbelt, to be honest with you, because I just don't see how well that's going to work. So screw it, I didn't feel like doing it. But those seats fall out, and the wings on the seats also don't seem to have the good fiction grip on there. So I think that's a bit of an issue too. But otherwise, like I said, the design itself is great. The engineering could use a little bit more work. But those are my thoughts on this, and I'm wondering what you guys think of this vehicle in the comments below. The figure, the vehicle itself, the transformation process, everything. What are your opinions on this? And is it something you wanted? Just as a side note, I did order the stealth version of this from G.I. Joe Fest, or Joe Fest, I mean. And it's in too, so I'll be doing a review on that probably next week. And we'll compare the two, and maybe we'll see, again, if the problems I'm having with this one specifically also happen with that one. But if you did enjoy this review, please feel free to shoot that like button. It does seem to be back again. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. Perhaps you might even want to tap on that notification bell. I thank you for watching. Peace and love. Just as a quick note here, I did in fact send a video to Ramen Toys to take a look at the launcher that isn't working, so hopefully I'll hear back from them soon.